Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
Might need another ice pack though. I have to get back up.
Oh my God.
So, on another note, hey everybody, welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast. I already had it recording. All right. I am Marcus, your clueless leader, broadcasting here from the White Lightning Harley-Davidson Mobile Studios, a.k.a. today it's my living room. Thank you.
Yeah.
You heard me ask Miss Muffin for an ice pack there. We'll get into details on that in a minute. But I have Lewis.
How's it going?
And obviously I have Miss Muffin.
What's that?
You just go sit over there and munch on a crystal like a little kid.
Crystal. Thank you.
So, no plug or anything. Crystals for life would be a good deal though. I'm sure there's people right now going, what's crystals? It's like White Castle, but so much better. If you think I'm wrong, I'm from Chattanooga, home of the crystals, so you're wrong. Anyways, all right, so first things first. I had a little boo-boo. No one want to say anything?
No, probably turn and look at you.
A little boo-boo?
A little boo-boo. So, I fell at work and hit my face. I immediately turned to Sean and said, I broke my face. And he goes, no, you're okay. Results from the CT scan. I broke my face. I have a lower, what is it? Okay, it's a orbital.
It's an orbital floor fracture.
An orbital floor fracture without entrapment, which essentially means the bone around the bottom of my eyeball is broke, but my eyeball is still fully functional. I don't have double vision. I still have all the movement in my eyeball, so which is a good thing. Tomorrow I will find out. So when y'all are listening to this, I will be at the doctor's office finding out whether or not they have to do surgery to fix the bone. So, hoping that I don't have to have surgery.
Well, the good thing is it's not going to make you any uglier.
Yeah, that is very true. So, I didn't get to make it out Friday night for the podcast because that happened Friday afternoon. I'm sure there was people that were probably wondering where I was. I've been getting blown up with messages and stuff, and those of you that have sent me messages, thank you for that. It literally looks like I've been in a fight because every single person at the hospital asked me what the other guy looked like. And I just kind of looked at him and said, well, it's my boss. I'm not going to talk bad about him. So, but otherwise, I've been getting pampered. Laying on the couch watching TV, getting pampered.
Yeah, you could probably stretch this out for, I don't know, maybe another couple months or something like that. That would be the wise thing to do. I would keep Heather in the dark about what the doctor says.
Yeah, but she's going to know because I'm going to where she works.
Yeah, yeah, just slip them a 20. So I hear we're going to keep this worst case scenario for a little while.
Well, I have a feeling though, as soon as I ride my motorcycle, she's going to be like, "You're okay."
No, you're fine.
You just can't wear a full face for a while. You're going to have to wear the half helmet.
So I have a 3/4, and I pulled my 3/4 down the other day and slid it on my head to see how it does, and it fits just fine. But I'm really like, I want to wear my full face. So I'm not sure if I can though. I'm not sure how much pressure that will actually put
that might hurt
on my cheek.
It'll probably be fine until you hit like a June bug or something at 80 miles an hour in that same spot where your gash is, and then
Yeah, that's probably 100% accurate. Well, and I told Heather, I said, this would almost be a perfect opportunity for me to get a modular helmet. Because it's going to fit on my face like a 3/4 helmet, but I'm going to have that frontal protection.
You know, I've kind of thought about getting one of those myself. They're starting to look a little bit better, and especially for everyday riding, I think the utility of it would probably be a lot better than what I've got.
Well, who is it that just came out with one built well? Is it built well? Or is it Simpson?
I can't remember.
One of those companies just came out with a modular that has that look about it. Ooh, that's cold.
Well, I'll tell you, if Simpson makes one, I would buy it without question. I love the one that I've got now.
Yeah, you'll just have to Google it.
Well,
And it very well might be the Simpson Bandit modular.
So talking about riding, it's August.
Oh yeah, it is. It has been the hottest days of the year that we've had all year.
Oh, yeah. Rode all week last week, and I tell you, man, when I was leaving work and it was 100 degrees, I really started to think, well, maybe I should not have rode. Maybe the daily biker lifestyle can wait about 30 days until we get into September.
Hopefully it cools off in September.
Yeah, well, if I remember last year, I don't think it really did until closer to October.
Yeah,
I
think even when we went to Panama, it was still kind of warm.
Yeah.
When we left Chattanooga. But we've dealt with it in years past where we've had snow that same week.
Yeah.
So
it can go either way. It can, September can be, good riding weather all the way into October, maybe even in November, or then it can just kind of take, like flick a switch and then boom, get cold all of a sudden.
yeah, well, and that's the thing. It was super hot last week, but this week we're talking low 80s for the highs here,
Yeah,
something like that,
and rain.
Yeah. But obviously, I'm not riding. Wah, wah, wah. But so riding in the heat, a lot of people kind of go, oh, what do? We had the episode where we talked about riding gear and proper riding gear and everything and what to do in the heat. And you were talking about your jacket is a mesh jacket, so you get the airflow.
Yeah.
With that. Another thing are those shirts. Like you see the guys that wear for deep sea fish and stuff like that. The long sleeve. It's like a t-shirt.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've got plenty
but it's a different material.
Yeah.
Those are really good. So one of the things that a lot of people don't think about is the sun and getting sunburnt and having to deal with those factors. Obviously you can look at my wrist and tell what happens when you don't ride with sleeves or anything because I wear a watch. But yeah, that is something that's definitely a factor you want to keep in mind. Melanoma at that same time is not really a laughing matter, and us riding on a regular basis and not wearing jackets, it's a whole lot easier for us to be subject to get something like that and have to deal with those problems.
Yep, especially for wearing a half helmet. You got to put sunscreen on your face, on your nose, and picking a good riding route too, somewhere where there's not going to be a lot of traffic, some shade roads like where we live, heading out towards Appleton. There's some really nice back roads out there where a lot of it is in the shade. You have tree covering, so it's not as exhausting riding out in the open and having the sun on your face the entire time.
Yeah, well, that sun will really beat you down too. You just feel completely exhausted.
Oh, yeah.
Having to deal with that sun too. So, hell, you might have, okay. There
The worst is on 111, like you're going towards Fall Creek Falls.
Yeah, no cover.
There's no cover at all. It feels like you're riding on top of the sun.
Yeah, and it seems like that road is super, super wide, like for not a whole lot of traffic, whereas the roads here in town don't even seem as wide as 111 does.
Oh, yeah.
So, but, talking about that, so I have to plan the dealer rides at the shop. And August 21st, our dealer ride is going to be to Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. And if you're listening to this and that's something you want to go on, leaving out of White Lightning, we'll be kickstands up about 9 o'clock that morning. And that's all bikes welcome. I mean, we've got buddies that go that don't ride Harleys, and everybody's welcome to go on that. Just come have a good time. Just get out there and ride. And that's kind of what that is about, is just getting out there riding, not so much we're going to be hounding you about your motorcycle or trying to get you to buy something or any of those things. I mean, heck, we're leaving the shop before it opens, and I'm not sure if we'll be back to the shop before it closes.
Yeah.
So come hang out with us. That'll be a good time. And then September, Labor Day weekend, that Saturday, we're going to go to the Dragon and the Skyway, which will also definitely be a good time. I mean, you want to talk about some coverage. The Dragon will have some coverage on that. Mm-hmm. And then October, I got to take another look at the calendar and see what the date was on the October. October is going to be, if I can get it arranged, will be Led by You.
Okay. Going to Manchester?
No, we're going to go to, not to Manchester, we're going to go to Collins Barbecue in McMinnville.
McMinnville, that's what I meant. Yeah, McMinnville.
Yeah.
That'll be a good ride.
Yeah, and when we did that ride, I kind of was lost. But after I looked at the map, I was like, it's not really that hard. I think what it was when we were in Whitwell or Jasper or wherever it was that we turned off the main road, we kind of took some turns that seemed semi-confusing to me, but after I looked at it on the map, it was like, well, that was just how we got over to that road. We didn't necessarily have to go that route to get to that road.
Right.
But that was a really fun ride. I think people would enjoy that ride. That Collins Barbecue is a really good place, too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was kind of like a little hidden gem that accidentally found.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, too, I want people to understand, when it cools down, say it's 65 degrees or whatever, and you're like, well, it's still warm enough. I might not have to have a jacket because some people don't like that. If it's sunny, you can still get sunburnt. You can get sunburnt during the middle of winter, and I don't think some people realize that. As long as that sun's out putting out them rays, I mean, you're in that situation where you can have those problems. I don't think people notice it as much when it's cooler outside because they are typically wearing jackets or wearing long sleeves or those types of things. Another fun thing the shop's going to start doing is they're going to start doing an ADV ride.
That's going to be cool.
Yeah,
I might have to rent a ADV bike.
So Sean is actually going to lead those ADV rides. He's going to take off work and he's going to lead those ADV rides. It kind of gives him a little bit of relaxation, getting out and doing those rides. But at the same time, I think it's good because people will be able to get out and get to know him a little bit too.
Yeah, well, especially with him having a new bike and everything, he's definitely going to have some miles put on it by then to be able to give people some good details about, the experience of ownership with the new Pan America and, what his thoughts are on it and everything too. So that's going to be good.
I mean, he loves it. I can tell you now he loves it. We took a little Pan America lunch date last week. I jumped on the store demo and he was on his, and we rode out and went to lunch just at a little tiny place. And it was a thoroughly enjoyable experience there. But it was kind of funny when we were getting ready to leave. I just kind of went forward out of the spot and over the curb, and while he's backing up, then he looks at me and he's like, "Oh yeah, these bikes will do that." So that was a good time. And of course, I got to put some more miles down on the bike. It had knobbies on it still, so I got to put some more miles down and kind of experience those knobbies. And they weren't bad. I could ride with them on the regular basis. I still think, though, if I was going to go just do the twisties, I'd probably want the more street-oriented tires just because they are better geared for that. You can feel the lugs, or I could feel the lugs. He said you couldn't feel the lugs. I felt the lugs, but that might be personal experience, personal taste, those types of things.
Right.
But he rode those down the Skyway. So he had, 50, 60 miles of twisties with those tires.
Right. Well, he probably got used to them. And
Correct.
so, talking about new bikes, have you seen where BMW is full on in the bagger market now?
In the aftermarket?
Bagger market.
In the bagger market.
So, it's actually quite hilarious. So, they've essentially built what looks to me from the side looks like an Indian.
Okay, is this that one bike that we were talking about?
No, this is new. So this is the R18B, and they also have the R18 Transcontinental, which is the ultra classic.
Okay, let me see these photos. Let's see what you got. Oh, crap.
So they basically got two. They got a Street Glide or Indian. I don't know, what do you call it? What is it? The Chieftain, the Street Glide equivalent? I can't remember. And then they've got the
Maybe
one with a tour pack that is called the Transcontinental. All new models for 2022.
Do we have a bigger photo of this thing?
Yeah, if you scroll down, you can get some.
Oh, that's a
pictures
crazy
of it.
color, though.
Yeah, it's got a huge, looks like a huge touch screen behind the fairing.
So look at that color.
Yeah.
It literally looks like the fork lowers and the wheels and everything and the frame looks Harley, and then it looks like it's got an Indian fairing and saddlebags.
It looks like it's got a Harley front fender.
It does. So that's a crazy color there, that silver and purple. It's a very retro color. It does have a huge touchscreen on it, though.
I'd be interested to ride one. I just don't know how I would like that motor.
Yeah. So the one thing that bike is going to have that a lot of people are adding is that's going to have a mid control. So it's going to have a little bit more aggressive feel in the handling because of the mid controls.
I just feel like that might be a kind of a fruitless endeavor on BMW's part. I think they're a little bit late to the game on that, and plus, I just don't see who's going to buy a BMW bagger.
I don't either, because BMW customers to me are not bagger customers.
Yeah, it's not going to be their style bike. At the end of the day, it's going to have the same problem that the Indians have, where it's just going to be it's just a Harley, clone, So, and with a touring motorcycle in the United States that is a BMW, the dealer network is not there. And let's face it, people in Europe just don't want those bikes.
Well, and here's the thing, too. The price tag on it, for the full dresser, as we like to refer to it, is not, it's a little less expensive than the Harley. But this is also preliminary numbers. That stuff changes once stuff hits market. But the power's kind of in range for where the factory Harley is too. But
is it air cooled?
Maybe. Let's see here.
Because the thing is, if they're building another air-cooled bagger...
Air/old-cooled flat twin.
Yeah, I don't... No thanks. I don't really understand the reason behind that. It's almost like they went to a bike night, the BMW executives went to a bike night in the United States, and they're like, man, look at all these motorcycles. We ought to get in on this. And then just started making as close copies of Street Glides as they possibly could.
Oh, God. 941 pounds. Ugh.
I have a feeling this is going to be a very short-lived bike.
Yeah. I think it is, too. I mean, it's cool, but there's a couple factors to it. Like, so for one, the way the touchscreen and stuff is set up, I know not a lot of batwing guys buy T-bars, but I don't know how you could do a T-bar setup on that. So Indian, they came out with a T-bar setup. Or not Indian, an aftermarket company came out with a setup for T-bars on Indian. Mm-hmm. But it's basically a whole new interfering. It relocates the radio and everything. Moves the gauges around. So it's a lot more than like on mine where, you pull off the bottom trim, pull off the switch, and put a plate on it. It's
that's
a bit more
pretty
expensive.
involved, it seems like.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they're going after a market that is already there. They're trying to create a market that's already there that no one's going to think about them in that market. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because what you have, the market that they're going after is the never Harley market. Those guys that want that bagger, but they don't want a Harley.
Yeah.
Well, you already have that covered between Indian, Yamaha, and Kawasaki.
Right.
So,
I don't know. I don't see that being. I don't really understand their reasoning on that. But that's why they get paid the big bucks. I guess that's why they're BMW executives and I'm not. So,
well, unless it's something that they think is going to sell big time overseas.
That's the only thing that maybe Europe is kind of changing and we don't see it just yet. Maybe they're trying to get ahead of a curve or something where the Europeans are getting into the bagger market. I don't see it. I don't think that's a trend that's happening, but well, who knows? Crazier things have happened. So, Honda,
well, a lot of the reason Europe doesn't do those big bikes though is because the streets aren't really made for it.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's that bike would kind of be useless, and plus you're not touring a whole lot. You're not driving those really long distances like we typically do here in the States.
Yeah, unless you're on the Isle of Man, and then you're just circling an island over and over and over again.
Yeah.
What you laughing about over there?
I don't. That's on my bucket list is to go over there.
I know. I'd like to go see the Isle of Man myself.
So Honda's coming out with they unveiled the new CRF RX. It's a beefier off-road. Like, I don't know if this is necessarily for motocross or if it's more enduro, but I know it doesn't have a headlight or anything on it.
So I saw a new CRF 250R, like a 250R redesign. New bike coming out.
Yeah, the 2022 CRF 250 RX first look. So 6 pounds lighter, and it is $8,499. So this is where I'm really surprised that these bikes are actually selling, because it's not just Honda. Suzuki, Kawasaki, Yamaha, all of these dirt bikes are outrageously expensive. I mean,
and what's funny is the guy that buys a $10,000 dirt bike looks at us with a $20,000 Harley and goes, "Man, that's expensive." And it's like,
yeah.
But is it? You bought a $10,000 dirt bike.
Yeah, I mean, this is, you've really got to be serious about getting out there and riding, and Godspeed to you if you are. I would love to be able to do it too. But it keeps saying that this is an ECU that is tuned specifically for off-road racing and removable kickstand. So I don't know if the RX, other people that are a little bit more versed in this than I am are going to know. This looks like it is a motocross bike, but I don't think
the X is what throws me off. So forever the X was their trail bike. Had a little headlight, little tail light, and electric start, and the R did not have either one of those, and it was a kickstart only bike. So unless essentially they're building an R that has an electric start.
Well, so it's got a bigger fuel tank. It's going from 1.7 to 2.1, tuned for off-road racing. And it's the latest. They keep saying racing evolution. Honda's engineers focus their efforts making it lighter, boosting engine performance, increasing toughness, and cutting weight. But doesn't really say if this is geared towards motocross or hair scrambler or what. That's kind of what's throwing me for a loop, and I really wish that the article would say what this bike is for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's a good looking bike though, for sure. I like it. Comes with hand guards. That's pretty nice.
Comes with hand guards. I'll put hand guards on your bike for you.
But $8,400, man, that's a lot of money.
Well, and that's like when I was at the Honda shop, and we had the little 150Rs. Just those were like $6,000, $6,500.
Yeah. Well, the first brand new bike that I got was my motocross bike, the KX80, and I think my dad gave $3,000 for it in 1998.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, and it might just be because I'm not necessarily in that world. I can't see spending that much money for something that's just a dirt bike.
Yeah. Well, for me to buy an $8,400 motocross bike, that would be like me going out and buying a $1,200 set of golf clubs. I'll never touch the ability of what this bike can offer me.
Right. Well, and that's like
good.
And when I say that it might just be me and I can't see it, because like with the CRF 450L, which is an enduro bike, it's got headlights, taillights, it's already street legal, and that thing's at like 11, 12. I can see spending that much money, but also I'm seeing something that I can take on the street too.
Yeah. Yeah, you actually can use it to get back and forth to work or whatever.
But also at the point in time where 12 or 13, for something like that, I mean, why not just drop 18 and get into a base level Pan America?
Yeah. Yeah, that's where it's kind of got me. I don't know. I'm having trouble seeing how they're selling these bikes.
Somebody's buying them.
That is true. Somebody is buying them for sure. I guess that's the great thing about financing.
How many people buy one brand new and finance it, keep it till it's paid off though?
Yeah.
It almost seems like it'd be better off if they did leases, a lease program on these things.
Yeah, I know it. Well, for some people, that'd be right up their alley. Get a new bike every 4 years anyways.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect for my dad.
Yeah, I saw your dad going to Highway 58. Yeah. Yeah, I passed him.
I feel like motorcycle companies have done lease programs in the past, though.
Well, they very well could have. Well, so Sturgis is this week.
Yes, it is.
And unfortunately, we are not there.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, and that's the thing I told Heather earlier this morning. I said, it's a good thing we weren't going to Sturgis. And I was like, even if we were going to Sturgis, I'd probably still be on my way to Sturgis right now.
Probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
Somebody's getting messages.
Well, it's definitely going to be on our bucket list. We gotta take the mobile studios up there one day.
Yeah, that would definitely be fun. And hopefully the podcast can get to a point where we're needed to go up there.
Yeah.
That would be so fun. Yeah, he keeps going crazy on that ear. Man, my nose keeps... Every time I lay down, my nose starts filling up. This is going to be kind of gross for those of you that are listening right now. So, when I sustained my injury, I got like maybe it's a hematoma or something. I got some damaging inside my sinus cavity on my left side of my face. And blood wants to run out of my nose. So
Yeah, that is kind of gross.
yeah. Well, I was describing the surgery to Scott earlier on the phone, and he was like, I don't know why I asked. I don't know why I asked. I was like, well, when you heard me say, pull my eyelid down and cut it open, you immediately could have went, okay, stop right there.
So Dave took off. He's going to be out there for about a week.
He's there, man. He left Friday morning.
He had a little pep in his step on Thursday night when I seen him.
Yes, he did.
That's good. Well, Dave Harris, 365 Riders, took off, went off Sturgis. He's going to be selling parts up there for Black Hills Harley Davidson. And having a good time. So, Dave, if you hear it, we hope you have a blast and can't wait for you to get back.
So,
Miss some bike nights with us.
something else happened yesterday. Steve Ficori, that comes to Bike Nut, he rides the Yamaha. And his girl has the purple Dyna. He sent me a message yesterday, make sure I was okay because he heard about my accident. And then he sent me another picture and said, I did something today. He bought him a street glide.
Oh, did you? Should have bought the Pan America, dude.
So what was funny was he was always like, oh, you want to run my Yamaha? It's faster. And I'm not saying it's not. But he still went out and bought a street glide.
Well, we all harassed him.
Yeah, but it was all in
It
good
was
fun.
fun, yeah.
It was all in good fun, and he knew that.
Did he buy a new one?
No, it was a pre-owned one that we had on the floor. It's a pretty sharp one, though.
Okay.
I'll show you pictures of it here afterwards.
Well, cool. Well, he'll definitely enjoy that. Especially as much as he rides. I think he's been to every single bike night that we've had.
Yeah, well, I mean, even when he couldn't ride, when he hurt his foot, he was still coming to Bike Nut. He was just driving.
Yeah.
So, because there was a couple times where he won and he walked up to the stage wearing a boot. So
That's awesome. Well, welcome to the Harley Davidson family. Keep your Yamaha. Keep it running. Don't ever sell anything.
yes, that's the philosophy. Never sell.
Never
Don't sell
sell
nothing.
anything.
I don't know what he did. I don't know if he traded in or if he sold or if he kept or what he did. All I know is he did a thing.
Ain't a thing.
So, yeah, the bike that he bought, it was a pre-owned. I know the bike because I took pictures of it. It's a pretty nice little bike. So,
Well,
yeah.
cool.
Well, anyways, let's close this one out. We'll play a little game. Heather, just give us 3 bikes each. I mean, not 3 each, but no. Just come up with 3 motorcycles.
Oh, God. Like right now?
Yes, we need 3 motorcycles right now.
We need 3 motorcycle stats.
Stat. Oh, hell.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's see. Okay, let's do a Fat Boy,
Okay.
the Pan America,
Okay.
and a Road Glide.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of do traditional chop ride sale here. So we have a Fat Boy, a Pan America, and a Road Glide. I'm going to sell the Fat Boy. I'm going to ride the Pan America, and I'm going to chop that Road Glide. I'm going to build a full performance Road Glide out of that thing.
Yeah, I think I probably did the same thing, honestly. Honestly, you know, now that I've got the Pan America, do I do a big wheel on the Road Glide? Because I've already got my performance and my cruiser, or my performance and my long distance bike right there in one.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, well, maybe I have a ride 2 or 3 times a year Road Glide with a 30-inch wheel on it.
No, you'd ride it 10 times a year. Well, I would ride it 10 times a year. 5 times at the spring rally, 5 times at the fall.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would do a performance bagger on that Road Glide. I think it'd be fun. I know I have that Pan America that could do performance stuff, but I just think it'd be fun to have, you know, big horsepower, fun bike, kind of build like a King of the Baggers type vehicle out of it.
To build a track only Street glide or road glide.
Why not? Go down to track days and piss some people off.
There you go.
So, well, that's all we have for today. I know it's not super long, but I wanted to get y'all something. They made the joke the other day about I could be dying right now, and I'd still be like, no, we got to get a podcast out.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you to those of you that have reached out to me, making sure that I'm okay, asking if I need anything. Love all of you. Lewis, you got anything you want to say?
I hate you all.
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.